My mom and my dad were both alcoholics. There was a lot of physical, mental, verbal abuse. My mom went in and out of relationships with different men. I was being secretly sexually abused by cousins of mine. I became sexually active when I was about 12 years old and drinking alcohol, using drugs.
I know that her father was in prison at the time when I met her. I don't think that I ever saw her mom sober, like never. You know, Jesus is going to have to do a miracle in this family. She came to live in my house, and I remember, you know, everything was learning to clean up her language, learning to, you know, teaching her manners, and the first goal was always, let's bring order and structure.
I had discipline, I had structure, I had consistency. I had someone that truly loved me and wanted the best for me.
I just fell in love with her from the very beginning and realized there was a lot of hurt there, but there was just this beautiful little girl that God was gonna call out. Once their probation time was up, you know, I just had to just drop them off back home.
I just started, you know, getting into the same relationships that I seen my mom get into.
And then, you know, hearing that a few months later that she was pregnant.
I stayed kind of like in the ministry for a while after I had her, and then once I turned 18, I kind of like walked away. I would come for a little while and then I would stop, come for a little while, then stop.
Then one day she shows up in our women's Bible study and was in a really sad place, and that's the lowest that I've ever seen her.
Last year in August, I had a suicide attempt where I took a big bottle of Advil PM. I was unresponsive, so they grabbed me and put me into the tub. That was really scary because, you know, I thought I was gonna die. I ended up getting sent off to a mental hospital for about a week. A little while after I got out, I was like, I'm gonna go back to SOS. And there was something inside of me that was like, why are you going? You know, like, you don't belong there. You know, those aren't, look, you know, they all have their friends and stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna go.
She showed up in our women's Bible study, and we did what we know to do. I mean, all of our women just went to her, and as she shared a story and talked about wanting to commit suicide, all of our women just surrounded her. And as all of the women prayed, I mean, you could literally see strongholds being broken. You could see things coming off of her, the weight of the world coming off of her.
To have a body like that and a family that stands together, that not just, you know, prays for you, but locks arms with you and is ready to fight the fight with you. It helped me to open my eyes to see where I was wrong and the change that I needed to make, not only for me, but for my children. And now being able to work with my kids and being able to pray with them and them see me who I am now and being able to talk about, okay, mommy wasn't a good mommy then, this is who I am now, and I'm sorry for those things. And for them to be able to forgive me and for us to be able to move on is like the greatest blessing that there is.
Felicia is fully alive, and I think that's why the enemy has such a big target on her back, is because she wants to bring the world to Jesus.
When you've gone through things and things have happened in your life and life hasn't been so great for you and stuff like that, you know the hurt and the pain that the other people are going through. Me being able to share my testimony with other people and to be able to share the goodness that God has done for me is like, I don't know how to explain that. God is really opening up the floodgates of heaven for me and my kids because, you know, I'm being obedient to His word. I'm not perfect, never gonna be perfect, I know that, but I don't allow my mistakes to keep me on the ground. I pray about it and I get back up, and pray about it and get back up.
She just, you know, takes on these roles that she knows are scriptural and immediately steps into, I'm a leader. I need to lay down my life for these people. I need to be a powerful example to my daughters and to see her take on the mandate of the next generation.
It's time for us to get up and to go back out there and start fighting. All I gotta do is get in my car and go pray and talk to the Lord and, you know, pray heaven down for our city because we're not helpless. We're not helpless. Like we can get up, we can go pray for our city, we can go to these neighborhoods and pray for them. That's what I'm feeling like the Lord is leading me to go and do.
She had a faith to believe. That's where the beauty of Jesus comes in, is that just that mustard seed of faith can change the trajectory of their life forever.
I love you, Carmen, and I'm so thankful that you've never given up on us. Who would have came and told us about Jesus and loved us and, you know, housed us, and she's there for us and she does that for us and she's a great mother, so thank you.